Another question that we get asked a lot is, can I take CBD with painkillers? It seems like a logical question, right? Many of the same people who take painkiller medications seem to be a prime candidate for CBD use. Mixing CBD and painkillers might be common already, but it's important you understand the risks associated when doing this. I'm Dale Hewitt, CEO and founder of New Phase Blends, and today we're going to take a closer look into taking CBD with painkillers. Let's talk about some similarities between CBD and painkillers. So if you're watching this video, you may already be familiar with some of the more commonly prescribed painkillers on the market. As an example, many of these popular painkillers include Vicodin, Percocet, and oxycodone. If you're taking these medications and are curious about CBD and drug interactions, you'll find this section interesting and worth watching or reading. CBD, more commonly known as cannabidiol, has gained a lot of attention over the last year and a half since it was legalized at a federal level in 2018. Even though the FDA still hasn't approved it as a dietary supplement, many people still choose to try it and see if any of the potential effects on pain management or anti-inflammatory properties will work for them. So how do painkillers really work? I'm going to keep it very simple because it can get pretty complex, but essentially, painkillers and CBD are both metabolized by the human body, and they block certain enzymes before they can take effect. While the effects of these two substances might come about in different ways, studies show the end results may be similar, but not exactly the same. In order for painkillers to work, they must target different receptors in our bodies. For the purposes of this video, we will examine receptors targeted by opiates, since opiates are a very popular form of painkiller. At a very basic level, the painkillers latch onto different forms of proteins, which are known as opioid receptors. These receptors are located in the nerve cells in the brain, spinal cord, and other areas within our bodies. When this happens, the opioids can then prevent pain messages that are otherwise delivered from the body up through the spinal cord to the brain. The end result is an effective blocking of the pain you would otherwise feel, hence the name painkiller. So how does our body process CBD products? So CBD works in a similar manner in that it's able to target receptors as well. Did you know that our bodies contain an endocannabinoid system? This system contains both CB1 and 2 receptors, in addition to some enzymes that researchers are still discovering. Taking CBD may affect our bodies in a similar method that taking painkillers would. CB1 receptors are mainly found within our central nervous system, mainly the brain and spinal cord. CB2 receptors can be found mainly in our peripheral nervous system, which just means the nerves outside of the brain and spinal cord, and even some immune cells. When you ingest CBD, it's made available for use. Exactly how the CBD is used is still up for debate, interestingly enough. Experts aren't completely sure how CBD interacts with the endocannabinoid system or its receptors. Researchers are confident that CBD doesn't bind or attach to the receptors the way they know THC does. Some even believe that CBD may bind to a receptor that hasn't even been discovered yet. While the details of how it works are still under debate, research suggests that CBD can help with pain, nausea, and other symptoms. It also contains enzymes that manufacture and degrade endocannabinoids. What is an endocannabinoid? The two most popular endocannabinoids are AEA and 2-AG. Our bodies produce these on their own. They help keep everything running smoothly and efficiently. There's a few studies on CBD and pain responses, so let's talk really briefly about those. Some studies show that CBD helps dull out pain responses, similar to how painkillers can dull out pain. CBD regulates pain by stimulating what's called the reuptake of adenosine, which can boost adenosine levels within the brain. This will block feelings of pain. Additionally, CBD may also dull pain signals from reaching the brain by binding to TPRV1, which is responsible for pain and inflammation. So, can I take CBD with painkillers or what? Before mixing any medications, you need to speak with your doctor. They should be your most trusted source of medical advice and they know you and your situation better than any online article or video ever will. As great as taking a natural product like CBD and mixing it with a pharmaceutical opioid may sound, the bottom line is we just don't know enough about the interactions between CBD and painkillers to know the right answer. A researcher in 2019 discovered that adults who take prescription opioids for severe pain are more likely to have increased anxiety, depression, and substance abuse issues if they also use marijuana. While we don't know exactly what cannabinoid within the marijuana was causing the bad reaction, we have to keep in mind that CBD is in marijuana too. It could be any number of things like THC that's responsible for the negative reaction. It could also be the CBD. The bottom line is we just don't know enough about the interactions between CBD and painkillers to be able to condone mixing painkillers and CBD. Until next time.